All right, Richard Skinner of the Inquirer is here, so is former big leaguer Dave Collins. Guys, thanks so much for coming in on Mother's Day. Hope you enjoyed the day.
Very much so, yeah.
Good to hear. Dave, Aroldis Chapman returns today. He passed a very big test, not just because he pitched well and struck out 3 and recorded the save, but because he got back in front of big league hitters for the first time in 2 months since that, really scary injury.
Yeah, no question about it. And I think him coming back, doing what he did today, he's right back in the saddle. Just the mental part. Is it going to affect his, after he releases the ball, is he going to try to recoil and maybe alter his delivery a little bit? But no side effect at all, dominating performance, and showed, as usual, it's an 8-inning game when he's pitching. Okay,
Skinny, so what happens with Jonathan Broxton now, who outside of a blown save on Friday has really done a nice job?
It just makes you stronger. I mean, his role when he signed was to be a setup guy and to close when circumstances like this happen, or when it's, Chapman's been used 3 days in a row or 3 or 4 days. It's a great insurance policy, and he's a good 8th-inning guy. It makes you deeper in the bullpen. The Reds went into today last in the National League in bullpen ERA. All you're doing now is making yourself a ton better at the back of the ball game.
And then we saw Ramon Santiago go 2 for 3 today at shortstop, filling in for Zach Cozart, who had a day off. Dave, it's early, we know that. But at some point, do you give Ramon more of a chance to play for Zach, or is it strictly situational, day off kind of thing?
I think a lot depends on how Zach plays going forward. I mean, it's all about keeping your job and doing your job. And Zach has been struggling offensively. I think the big thing with him is he's got to get on base. He's got to swing at strikes. And I like to see him try to have an approach where he's trying to hit the ball the other way a little bit instead of trying to pull everything. But you've got to produce to stay in the lineup, and if you don't produce, somebody else should get a shot.
What about you? Would you like to see Ramon a little more than Zach these days?
To some degree, yeah. I think the one thing this allows is it allows Santiago to get some at-bats. It allows Cozart maybe to realize, you know what, I can't press and realize I got to go 3 for 5 today. It gives them both a comfort zone, and maybe at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, maybe by July or August, you're platooning those guys if the numbers say so. Ramon Santiago is a pro. Is he a number 2 hitter? Is he a big-time guy? No, but he's a 7th, 8th guy. Just like Cozart's an 8th hitter. You're replacing 8 for 8. If one guy's going to go 260, one guy's going to go 240, give me the 260 guy, and that might be Santiago at the end of the day.
And boy, has anybody had more hard luck this season on the mound than Johnny Cueto. Pitched well again on Friday. Obviously, they needed the heroics from Joey Votto on Friday night. He gets the no decision. But boy, Dave Collins, you just have to be so impressed with what Johnny is doing. Start after start after start. Every 5th day, you got a chance to win the game.
Yeah, Johnny Cueto has pitched as well as anybody in the National League. I guess
he really has.
Adam Wainwright has probably got some claim to that as well. But Cueto has been absolutely dominating in every start. In fact, a couple of times he's been almost unhittable. And for him to come out and do what he did against the Rockies, I mean, you're talking about a team that's clubbing everybody around, and he came out and showed you how good he is.
No, 5 guys.
Half a hit an inning is absurd. That's what half a hit an inning is what he's allowing.
And the Rockies have 5 guys batting .310 or better, and Carlos Gonzalez is the one guy who's not, and by the end of the summer he'll be fine.
I mean, that was a good lineup. This wasn't the Cubs he beat. This isn't the Braves he
pitched well against.
He has been so good. It's almost scary.
Lights out. All right, let me address a quick Bengals draft question with Skinny, our poll question. You saw it earlier.
Yep.
You'll see it again. You'll have a chance to vote. Grade them, A, B, C, or D.
I'm going to give them if I could do A-, but I'll give them more on the A side of the scale, because you got corner in the first round, which is exactly what you needed. No offense to Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, but he's on his last legs, and Jeremy Hill replaces that. I don't know about the 4th round pick moving up, but obviously they did. The way they've drafted lately, Mike, I'm going to trust them that they know exactly what they're doing there. And then you don't need a quarterback today. You don't need a quarterback next year. You don't need a quarterback maybe in 3 years. Again, Andy's part of this, mind you. But A.J. McCarron's a perfect pick for that. Great teammate, not going to fuss, going to work hard. And at the end, he might be a great NFL quarterback before it's all said and done. They did such a good job. I'm extremely impressed.
Here's the problem, though. Last thing. If they're 1-3 coming out of the chute at the end of September, and Andy's not playing well, you got a problem.
You do, but you're assuming that that's because Andy isn't playing. Yeah, you're assuming that that's because Andy's not playing well too, though. You're right, and it's a tough schedule early on. The one thing I think Bengals fans should take solace in is this. They have a plan. They haven't had plans in a long time. The last 5-7 years, Mike, They've had a plan of what they're doing, and you can't not be impressed with that. You have no idea. You haven't been here that long.
No, I know.
I'm the most cynical guy in this city where they're concerned, and I'm impressed with what they're doing.
No, but I certainly knew about this franchise from afar.
Yeah, laughing at them.
And the last 5-6 years have certainly been very impressive, so you cannot question it. You just wonder if it's a 1-3 start, and if Andy's quarterback rating is in the 70s, 80s.
But then you address that at that point. I don't. Again, we're playing an if game, and I'm okay with if games, but you're assuming, though, that that's Andy's problem at that stage of the game. You look at his numbers in the regular season, he's been a really good NFL quarterback.
All right, Dave Collins, Richard Skinner, happy Mother's Day to the mothers in your lives, guys. Thanks for being here today.